Hey guys, it's Main here. Oh wait, hold on. I normally do a clap, right? There you go. Hey guys, it's Main here, back again with another account review. We were down to our last two. So about a few weeks ago, I pinged pretty much everyone in the Discord and asked them to update if they haven't already. And if their account's over a month old at this point, then I wouldn't be doing the review. So, in fact, one of the people who paid for it, James B1, tried going into the account, as you can see here, and it just doesn't load. So I can't do the account review anymore. So that's now off the list. And then there was another one that loaded, but unfortunately just wasn't updated. Calexis, I think. It's from December 2. Oh wait, no, that's February 12th. Okay, I guess we'll do that account review this week then. Okay. Oh, yeah, because I forget that IT is actually fairly updated. Never mind, I was about to skip Calexis. Thank God I went back to it. Okay, well, today we have Adobe Cert today for the account review. So this will be the last week. Will be the week of the last 3 reviews ever to be published for the Idleon and Z account. I do have some ideas, actually. So the job that I'm currently doing it's still very time intensive as I anticipated, but there's occasional times where you're able to record a video or have some downtime. So there was actually a game, an idle game, kind of incremental game, I should say, that I played that I recorded a video for that I will be uploading content for. So stick around. This channel will sporadically see content for a variety of different games, kind of more of a variety, idle, incremental game genre, kind of what I'd be going through. So keep your eye out for that in the future. It's definitely not going to be as frequent as the account reviews were back in my prime, back in my heyday. But you will see probably once a month, maybe at the most. That amount of a level of content. So anyways, without further ado, let's actually get into Adobe Cert's account. So I see here we have level 31 shrines. We have level 300 plus statues. Most of them are Zenith. Obviously the 2 hardest ones are not Zenith. I will say Coral Statue, now that World 7's been out for a little bit of time, Coral Statue is feasibly Zenithable. It just kind of depends what your drop rate is and how often you're active DK farming Coral Statue, or rather sticking your characters at the end of World 7 at Coral Cave Guardian, trying to AFK the statues is generally how people get this up there, just because the drop rate for Coral Statues is really, really low. So it is really hard to actually get 1 million of these statues. But if you stick most of your characters AFK at Coral Cave Guardians, you are able to Zenith this over the course of months. Depends on your drop rate. If you're in the 5,000, 6,000 range, it's very easily doable with some dedicated effort. And with World 7 Part 2 allegedly around the corner, maybe we get more drop rate. Maybe this statue grinding gets a little bit easier. I know we're getting more meals, as I see in the future content blog. I still kind of keep up with it. Like I said, I do occasionally play Idleon, but it's once every few weeks as opposed to once 37 times a day as it used to be. So I mean, it's still possible to do Coral Statue and Zenith. It's going to be more possible as updates come out for World 7. Maybe there's more increases to statue drops. Maybe there's more drop rate, more AFK gains, or mob respawn. A combination of those would make farming these statues a lot easier. But I do want to caution and say, because this is often a trap people fall into, is that the statue is not multi-killable. So stacking multi-kill is not going to be able to do it. As a reminder, multi-kill only affects the first item in a mob's drop table. So in that case, it's usually mob resources. So stuff you can print, that's multi-killable for the most part. Actually, well, yeah, I mean, apart from, I guess, skilling veins, but we're not fighting at that point. It's just multi-resource chance. Anyways, getting off track, let's go and talk about other stuff. So kind of a World 7, end of World 7 gamer. So I don't think there's much to talk about in terms of stamps, because a lot of this, you should be at a point where it's really hard to level up these stamps naturally. But if you do see some blue here and there, I would recommend probably trying to get higher levels of this, especially since you have, gilded stamps. You have hydrogen, stamp cost reduction. That stuff will make it easier to level up your stamps. So, for example, I see bug sack stamp here, something you can easily level. Maybe, honestly, lab tube stamp, because I remember, I think the week of this video, I think the div ballot's out. So you'll probably be in lab a lot more frequently once you link to Goat God if you don't have Doot. Lab will, this is a decent lab EXP stamp that you can get some levels out of, and just more stamp levels means a little bit more tone points. Maybe it pushes you to 1%, 0.5, 0.1%. I don't know, man. It's been a while since I played. I think last I logged in it was 0.5%, so I've definitely dropped down. Although I'm still like 60 points outside of 0.1%. I don't know how easy it is to get those, but yeah. Bubbles, I see you have mostly good prismas with the exception of big meaty claws, I guess, maybe. I don't know if this is truthfully a good prisma bubble. I guess you could have saved it for something else. You definitely had played the summer event a lot, so I imagine you probably have a lot of those name tags, the Dead Bones name tags. You do have at least the Tachyon bubble, Prisma, you have Cattle the Goat, you have Cadre Rules. All these are generally pretty good. If you have more Prismas or you get chance to get more in the future, Spelunky is probably a good one. Potentially double pagey because this does hard cap technically. I can't remember the number, but this is probably not worth the Prisma actually. I'd probably consider Faster Energy or Spelunky if you were to force yourself, although you could just save up for the last two unreleased bubbles from World 7 because those will be implemented at some point, probably in the next part release. So keep an eye out for that. Maybe save up some Prisma fragments if you haven't already. If you have 15, so you have saved up some just to prepare for whatever these next 2, 4, 6, 8 bubbles are. Just in case there's something on par with how powerful the Godfrey Rules is, for example. Okay, skip cauldrons, talking about vials. So I guess the best kind of long-term vial goal for you is looking at red malt, orange malt, obviously, kind of, months to years down the line, maybe considering getting shaved ice to 13. This will take a considerably lot more time to get, but something that's a little more obtainable depending how much AFK gains and drop rate you have. The Hampter Drippy Vial Pearl Seltzer is actually, I don't want to say easy, but it's feasible to get these to 13. In the tips and tricks section of the Discord, which I understand there's some problems happening with Discord in the near future. So if you don't want to use Discord, that's completely fine. Just know that I did complete these vials. I can't remember the exact numbers of AFK gain, mob respawn, or what's the other one? Drop rate that I had, but it was definitely in the thousands. And I farmed out the AC crystal for both AFK gain and drop rate to about 1.2 for both of the both stilt moles and clammies to make this easier. So definitely once you get into like the 4,000 drop rate and probably equivalent or similar fighting AFK gains, you can probably get these vials to 13. But I will say it's probably going to get a lot easier to get those vials to 13 once the next part for World 7 comes out eventually down the line, so you could look out for that. Chapter Chug, this is one of the easier scrolls to get a billion of. It's the first one you get. So honestly, I'd recommend consuming the second lore chapter at 2,499 every single day to try to get more base efficiency. This one here, Decay Surround. So this is in the, let's see if I remember the shellfish map. It's the shell slug map. This is that little cave there. This gives you the Decay surround scrolls. Consume 2,499 of these every single day, up to 8 of them if you have the Rift Mastery unlocked, to get you the base Spelunking efficiency. The reason you do 2,499 is because that's one short of being able to find Spelunking EXP gain, which if you're just focusing on base Spelunking efficiency, which in this case we're focusing on vials, that's a great way to do that. So you can actually go and level up or get Spelunking efficiency so you can farm out this scroll to 1 billion. And then obviously you keep on doing that until you're able to get this scroll to level 13 as well in the vial. Just continually consuming 2,499 of this scroll to get more efficiency, to get more of this scroll and this scroll, so you can get that to 13. And then eventually, once World 7 expands, if there's another vial involving scrolls or something else maybe that involves Spelunking efficiency, then you can farm that out as well. Let's see. Kilroy. I guess this is a little more meta. I see people kind of talk about this occasionally. So what do you spend kind of skull distribution on nowadays? So I see a lot of people just straight up like buying all the arcade balls that they can, and then the rest of their Kilroy points just dumping into the COD free bonus here. Once you unlock the +1 grade, like that 1% chance or whatever, 2 times, it now turns into gallery bonus multi. So it's really important for you to spend a lot of upgrades into this. I think Geoff in the tips and tricks section of the Discord again has kind of a rough break point of yes, here we go, of Kilroy Gallery bonus multi. So once you pump about, there you go, 1,800 levels, or about 27,000 skulls worth, your gallery bonus multi will be an extra 0.09, which is fairly significant because gallery bonus multi is effectively a multi of various multis: AFK gain multi, class EXP multi, drop rate multi, flat drop rate, flat EXP, all that stuff. This is a really, really good bonus that broadly impacts your account. It's really, really good. Now, I will say, from when I was playing it, probably still the case because the game at the time of this recording on February 14 has not been addressed as far as I know. This is currently bugged, so instead of this giving you 1.53 times masterclass resource, I believe it's giving you 1.053. It's just sort of a decimal moving error in this calculation. So I don't believe this is giving you, or had given you, the full amount that you're seeing here. I think it's a little bit incorrect. But probably to future-proof yourself, you could also try to split skulls, upgrading the permanent EXP boost for World 7 skills, because World 7 is going to have 3 skills. So not only will this impact Spelunking EXP gain right now, it could impact, I don't know what the other 2 are going to be, like digging, chest trove finding, or whatever. I don't know, man. To increase the EXP for that skill there. Take a look at your prints. Copper ore is mainly what I'm looking at, 1Q. And then nothing printing here. So I would probably consider reprinting. I think in this current week, I think we're getting a monument reward multi from, where is it? From yeah, it's in the ballots, right? The meritocracy ballot. I believe the current rotation is, I don't know, it's something, but it's I think monument reward multi was like winning from what I saw in Idleon advanced chat in the Discord. So you can wait to do your monuments, try to get more mining efficiency, catching efficiency, chopping efficiency, to try to get more prints out of that, so you can, you know, get more atoms, because atom collider is good because of the aluminum atom. You always need more atoms because it's really hard to max that out. So definitely look to reprint in the near future. Try to get more efficiency out of your skills as much as you can. And, you know, yeah, that's it, you know? It's not really much you can do about hats, to be honest. Trying to see if there's any, I guess, Meteor Head. Yeah, Meteor Head, I think, is the only hat that I see here that is free to play gettable. This is from an event boss. Gives you EXP, but it's an additional hat, which means you get more hat multi. So if you see the random events pop up, if it's the Meteor, try to get it. Go to your random island, try to see if it's the Meteor guy. Maybe you get a hat. Who knows? Cooking. It's as far as I know, it's actually easier to get some of these meals up. So consider sticking your DBs in kitchen actually to try to get more ladles and level up your meals a little bit naturally, like turkey, egg, salad, like some of these earlier ones. If you have Diamond Chef Prisma, which I believe you do, you should be able to level up some of these meals naturally. Even if you were to get rid of the food loss bonus, this is fairly reasonable. I mean, even going into like 100k ladles is relatively calm. In terms of how much skill efficiency we have now available to us, and how much AFK gain, or skilling AFK gain to AFK gain multi, I think it's very feasible to actually spend up to like 100,000 ladles in the kitchen. I think it's pretty rookie numbers, honestly. So you can naturally get some of these meals to higher levels. So you can start, you know, your No Meal Left Behind can start targeting some of the more expensive meals here, like Singing Seed, for example. Okay. When it comes to shiny pets, I would recommend trying to get all of them to at least level 15, just because at some point in the near future, there's going to be star signs for World 7. I mean, if the concept of World 7 is you know, to continue the same logic as the other worlds, star signs will be added, which means, you know, getting more infinite star signs is going to be important. There might be more critters added, which makes walking stick important. There's some ones that just like suck, like the base stat, for example, the total damage, the talent points for certain tabs, but other ones that are like good, you know, the star signs, for example, the summoning EXP gain, the drop rate, the base critters, you know, that the faster refinery speed, artifact find chance, like that stuff is fairly good. I would recommend trying to get, you know, just to kind of flesh out your account. I would try to get your shiny pets like level 15 as like a baseline. Okay, going over to Lab. I guess there's not really much to talk about Lab. Good as you can in Rift, Skill Mastery. Got all the bonuses there. Contract Mastery, so 3,900, decent. Tome, 44,000 points in top 1%, okay. Assuming you have all your artifacts, perfect. Divinity, God rank 15 is pretty good. With a div ballot in this current week, stick your characters in Lab, obviously, and try to level up Divinity, spending your div points specifically, trying to upgrade Coral Kid, try to get more div points, try to unlock God rank 16, 17, if you can, spending those div points on like classy XP multi, just kind of give you extra bonuses to your account. Do remember that the more God rank you have, the more classy XP you get, which is fairly nice for your characters. 960 mil nugget, it's fairly good. Not the highest I've seen, especially since one of the weeks was gone. I think there was a nugget ballot. People have like 100 billion nugget or something. I think I've seen people with like 1 trillion nugget, actually. I don't know. Things are insane now. Cool. We're missing some slab items that you could get. I think this is like World 2 Dungeon. We're missing Sanic Ring. This is just from equipping the star sign. In the first tab, there's like one that gives you like a ring drop. You equip this and go active on Bubo for like a few hours. You probably get one to drop. This one, Cataprod token. This isn't the one purchasable from the shop, is it? Is it actually from Cataprod himself? I don't know. This token, and this token, these are all fairly easy to get. So farm out the quest and get them, I guess. Yeah, and then Meteor Head, we already talked about trying to farm out the random event boss if you can. I don't blame you for the nothing trophy for Baller or Megalodon, but Ultra Unboxer, this is just unlucky. Took me a few years to get this one, or a year and a half to get that, so completely understand. Farming. You're 280 crops. Okay. That's all I need to see. Sneaking. I feel like the charm levels are rather low. Depending on what master you are, you may want to farm out more charms. Also, what is this called? Like, not the background, that like upgrade thing. It's a lot higher chance going in this like top left inventory slot compared to the far right. So I would consider trying to get your charms in order of the top row, at least the slots here, like leveled up, so you can get higher effect of your gold charms. Like some people are like in the 7 or 8 level of the inventory slot to make your gold charms better. I know it's aesthetically more pleasing to do this, but it makes more sense in the long run to just stick it with how the system is and just upgrade the slots in order. Endless 344, I think is good. Yeah. I mean, could be better. I mean, you're 1 away from the 345 there for the +1 stamp per day. You have the Beanstalk maxed out. That's good. 126 Showdown isn't bad. 1 QQ power, or QQQ power, it's pretty good. What are you talking about? That stuff. Okay. You have all your discoveries. Does it show grand discoveries anywhere? I don't know. Yeah, it probably is something to show grand discoveries, but I can't for the life of me find it. Oh, there you go. 11 grand discoveries. That feels low, actually. Yeah, because some people are at like 5 for the first one and 4 for the second. That's like 9 alone. Then the rest are somewhat easier. So I would consider doing some more grand discovery runs, because do remember that your grand discoveries do provide you with 3 things that are important: a multiplier to Spelunking power, a multiplier to Amber gain, and a multiplier to Spelunking EXP, or additive Spelunking EXP. Still fairly good, so I would consider trying and getting a higher level, or getting more grand discoveries. I would be pushing upgrades into this to increase your base grand discovery chance, and also grinding out some more clusters so you can level up Grandiose, so you can get more grand discovery chance. I would also, if you are doing more cluster farming, try to get higher level of double cluster, trying to get that to 405. I know that's a probably hard goal for you, But it's definitely worth it in the long run, because once you get it to 405, you have a guaranteed chance of dropping 5x clusters with a chance at 6. Right, because plus 400%. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5.05 chance at 6. Yeah. You're currently here at Legend Talent Points. It's going to take a very long time before you ever get to Gallery Bonus Multi, so it's up to you if you want to grind that, but it is 3%, which is fairly significant. That's a lot more drop rate multi, AFK gain multi, EXP multi, as we talked about before, so it's definitely worth the push. It just takes a very, very long time to do. So if you want to do it and undertake this, go for it. It's just going to take probably weeks to months for you to get it, but it's definitely worth it in the long run for sure. As for the class EXP multi, I probably wouldn't try for that, because the amount of pearls going from this to this you need to get that promotion is going to be very, very difficult. Okay, advice fish. Yeah, I guess if you have the coins, which I think you have plenty, go back to the advice fish and start leveling this up, especially Spelunking AFK gains. As you want more scrolls for those vials, definitely a good one to do. So definitely upgrade, because you have a ton of coins that you can go back and invest on this. And if you want more, stacks of gold food for, the World 6 or World 7 gold food, definitely grind this out. The stamina here for Spelunking is pretty good. The AFK gain here is pretty good. This will inevitably help you push World 7 once more maps are unlocked. And then the kill per kill obviously will help you with pushing the world as well. Okay, Adobe, I'll go ahead and stop there. Actually, do you want to take a look at your characters real quick? Yeah, like 1200 plus character level. I'll look at your DK and try to get an idea of his drop rate. 3000, okay. Equipment. Torch trophy, all that stuff. The cake supplies looking a little low. Try to get like a 10 mil stack if you can. It's probably my last piece of advice. Okay, cool. I'll go ahead and stop there. Adobe, pretty good account. Hopefully that helps you kind of prepare for World 7 Part 2. That is, if you're still playing. I think you uploaded rather recently. So hopefully that helps you out just a little bit. As always, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day and stay tuned for some future content. Have a good one. Bye.